Oh, hey, hello, everyone. So, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been looking forward to today considering what I'll be streaming. But something has to be said about the fact we were in a heat wave like last week, and now we're suddenly in thunderstorms and such. Sheesh. Yeah, the weather do be a mess like that sometimes. So yeah, okay. I'm going to be honest. I did my research and I decided. Oh, I'm just going to save an image with some maps that show me the route I need to take. Hello, Inflator Fin. Good to see you today. Um, right, considering you are not familiar with this yet, yes, I am normally a dolphin. It's just that I'm in human disguise today because I decided this is my Mario OC. So yeah, normally I would look more in like um. Hang on, the thing's refusing to work. I'll just show you real quick because I just want to show you that yes, I am a dolphin, and it's the body I'm born into. So yeah, this is what I normally look like. But yeah, this is what I look like for Mario games. I decided. I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun gimmick, hence the round nose and such. But yeah, so what was getting at, we are playing Super Mario Bros. Remastered again. We're playing the Lost Levels portion. That will be a thing to me. Okay, that's good because yeah. Doesn't matter what I look like, I keep my usual dolphin traits like my lack of a sense of smell. So, yeah. Okay, okay. So, as I said, we were doing the Lost Levels portion, and this time around I've decided I'm playing it as Yoshi, because I said so. So, yeah. Also, I've toggled infinite lives because this is Lost Levels, and Lost Levels is sadistic. So, yeah. Also, yeah, it doesn't give you a mushroom as easily at the beginning. In fact, this introduces poison mushrooms. Pick one up and you'll take damage as if you've hit an enemy. Yeah. So, what if I told you this was going to be the original Super Mario Bros. 2 at one point, and it was initially not even released outside of Japan? Yeah. At least this is the remastered version, so I at least have a bit of an advantage here, because I have improved physics and that kind of stuff, so yeah. I'll just have to see how far I get on stream, honestly, because I'm not expecting to get very far, because, let's just say there's a reason everyone hates Lost Levels. It's, well, let's not beat around the bush, it's because of the difficulty. In fact, back in the day, Nintendo of America straight up said they didn't want to release it outside of Japan, because apparently non-Japanese gamers were not good enough to play this game. Yikes. So let's see how far I'll be getting. Again, I do have the advantage of this being that Super Mario Bros. Remastered fan game, and thus I'm having a slightly easier time. But I do have some maps on the side to see the route I need to take in certain levels, because as I've been hinting at, there is some bullshit. And this dolphin is not about to experience some bullshit. Look, I don't care if I'm in disguise, I'm still going to refer to myself as a dolphin. Okay. Out of my way. There's also warp zones. I am not planning to take the warp zones. In fact, some of them will just take you backwards instead of forwards. But no, I'm doing this properly, damn it. Also, yes, this Yoshi sprite is a bit of a weird oddity, where it pokes its big round snout out from the side of the castle because it's a little too big. Yeah. It's funny. At least I think it is. Okay, so how are your days going? Because, damn it. As I said, we're apparently expecting thunderstorms and things are looking pretty grey outside, so... yeah. Again, after we had a heat wave literally last week. Man, the weather do be unpredictable, huh? Okay. I had a feeling the flagpole was there, but I did not jump far enough to hit the top of the flagpole and get an extra life. Wait, I don't need extra lives, I have it set to infinite. Silly me. Love when my usual forgetfulness pops back up. With big storms last week, I have now things I just got. Oh, yikes. You know, I'm just done with the cold right now. Because I feel like winter and spring have gone on for long enough. In fact, we had some days this spring where it was just literally freezing, so what's up with that? Yes, us dolphins do not like the cold. So, yeah. There's that. But yeah, the weather just really seems to suck right now. I do agree with you there, in, in Fate of Finn, or whatever you'd prefer me to call you. Eep. Okay. And would you look at that, it's a star. I love it when I become invincible for a short moment. Ah, right. Another new thing. A super spring that launches you so high up you can't even see yourself for a while. You can't back down after about 4 or 5 seconds, so keep that in mind. Or less, I don't know. It seems to be a little inconsistent, which, yay, inconsistency involving being unable to see yourself, the best thing to have on a platformer. But not really. Oh, the game doesn't even give me extra lives because they are infinite anyway. But yeah, Syrian works for you? Okay, yeah. You know what, hilariously, I could have, you know, I could have probably guessed. Again, silly me. Because that's literally the name I saw when I first ran into you, so yeah. Hmm. Okay. So far, so good, but that's not going to last. This is going to get really difficult eventually. Come on. Lucy, you're too big. Okay, so normally that question block up there is not visible and you have to kinda just search around a little for a block to hit. Yeah. Also, if you walk too far in the original, you can't even get back to hit the block and, you know, cross that pit over there. Because there's no back scroll in the original. So yeah. Again, when I said there was a setting to make the level design a little more fair, most of those changes are actually applied to the last level. So yeah. Also, remember how I said I was going to be doing either Super Battle Golf or Gamble with your friends this Saturday? Yeah, nah. Apparently everyone had to cancel because nobody has any time. They all have either have work or they do not want to be on stream, so I'll have to think of something else to do. I figured it was going to happen after I finished New Vegas. Which hilariously Siren has also played, so yeah. Um, when can I pause this game? Honestly, you should check him out. And in fact, let me do a little something once I get the opportunity to pause the game. There, that'll do. How do you do it again? Hmm. Nah. Yeah, I've only really watched one stream of him, but I'm already a bit familiar with Syrian outside of that, so I thought, why not? He's getting a shout out. He's a cool guy. Also fellow dolphin, so yeah. I swear I'm not biased. You're welcome. It's the least I could do, etc., etc. I don't have a tragic thing to add there. Or silly. Okay. And that's 2 down. 11 worlds to go, because there's actually a total 13 in lost levels. So I have quite a long stream delay, so but I age to respond, that's why. Okay, no problem. Might have something to do with the fact I'm from the aquatic planet of Aquarius and you're from Australia on Earth, so that's quite a distance. At least that's the impression I'm getting from your voice. Oh, there was a poison mushroom. Okay, I completely forgot they changed appearance alongside the color palette. Whoopsie. Okay, come down here, Andrew. There. Okay, so there's a poison mushroom in that one over there, so there we go. Point. Alright. How are you supposed to go down there? Whatever. Oopsie. There we go, much better. Okay, I'm already hearing some rumbling outside. There's a thunderstorm going on. Yeah. Okay, I could have sworn I could just have run across this gap, but I guess not. Damn it. Okay, it's already beginning. I'm already starting to suffer. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear, I almost got killed by a 1-up mushroom that appeared. Oh, the irony. Oh, yeah. There we go. Somehow, I don't know why, but somehow I'm just able to gauge where I'm going to land when I use one of those super springboards. Doesn't make them any less stupid, though. Okay. First on the water level. So how is it going to turn this into something ridiculous then? Okay, there's just Koopa Troopas walking around on the bottom of the sea. At least I'd assumed it is sea, but... There are okay, now it's getting ridiculous. Okay. We've seen bloopers above water, now we're seeing Koopa Troopas underwater. You know, the usual. There we go. Okay. And... boing! Yeah. Okay, that one was so bad, but I have a feeling it's going to get worse. Oh wait, no, I know it's going to get worse, considering what we're going through right now. Okay. Not sure how the pipe managed to fit on... Well, I suppose it's like some kind of weird tree thing, but okay. I want to land here, please. Thank you. Also, yeah, I'd love to throw jumps at you, where it's pretty difficult to gauge how far you're supposed to, you know, jump. Unless you're playing a widescreen, but I'm not playing a widescreen because I want this to look slightly authentic still. Well, that and it'll take up a lot of my laptop screen, so yeah. Okay, this is not one of them levels, is it? It is? I thought... Wait, hang on. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Because... Oh, it is! It is, okay. I've got a map, so... Okay, we have to go alongside the bottom. Okay. Okay. We have to go down here. Then it expects us to run across the bottom here. And then the one has to go up. Now, here's where it gets ridiculous. It wants you to create this stupid platform. And you go this way. Anything more ridiculous past here, or...? No, from here we just go along the top. Okay, then. Like... first time I went through this level, man, I was like... Okay, yeah, my mistake. Obviously, should have called the invisible platform I'm supposed to create myself with invisible block. My mistake, damns. But yeah, I was mistaken about it. This level was 3-4. I thought this was 4-4, but no, that's just me thinking that because in the original Super Mario Bros. The first Mage's Castle was 4-4. Like it is back, and now we also have to deal with red piranha ponds, which are faster and can also exit pipes even if you are right next to it. It should be fine if you're on top of it, though. Uh-oh. Okay. Do not enter this little... cubby hole? Question mark? Oops. Alright, we can just skip the death animation, I forgot. Okay. Stupid. I should have known that. Well... This is why I set my lives to infinite. I feel threatened. Okay. That's probably going to be a poison mushroom in one of the block, so... Now, I don't know if this game does the stupid thing where it puts invisible blocks at the edge of platforms or not, but... Something tells me that might have been too evil even for Nintendo. Yep. Always nice when you have an easy to deal with him, bro. Oh, hello. Nothing good hidden there? Okay. Whoop. Whoop. And whoop. There we go. Well, hey, we did another level. But yeah, as I said, there's like 13 worlds in this. There's World 9 after World 8. Then there's a Worlds A, B, C, and D, which are even more difficult, so... Yeah. Clearly they were not messing around when they made this. Although I seem to struggle with doing basic platforming now. At least it's starting me over here again. Oops. Also, yay, bullet bills appearing out of nowhere, my favorite. Okay, okay. Good. Okay, can I make this jump safely? Yeah. Oh, long fiber. Great. Okay, now not quick enough. Okay, yeah. Then I can do that. Also, some of these castles are going to be kind of mean, because they'll give you a mushroom, but the level actually becomes pretty much impossible to do with a mushroom. So, yeah. You know if it was made by the original team or someone else? This remastered version is made by a fan. Well, a team of fans, really, but Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, or Super Mario Bros. 2 as it was called in Japan, is actually a game by Nintendo, yeah. Although it doesn't have all of the fancy stuff like those unique level themes and such. So there's like no desert levels, no snow levels. And the physics are not as forgiving in the original. So yeah. Super Mario Bros. Remastered has like the original game, this one, Lost Levels, and interestingly, a redone version of All Night in Nippon, which I will explain that one when I get to that. There's a whole story attached to that, and like I said, once I upload the VOD for that one, I'm probably going to put a video in its description, which talks all about that historical set piece of Nintendo. Also, yes, sometimes I have a tendency to trip over my own words. My apologies. Also, yes, no piranha plants appear upside down. Okay, okay. So I was actually considering commissioning someone to do sprites for this game of me, but I didn't get it done before, before I started want to stream this. And right, wind. Also a thing in the original, but yeah, that's just wind in some levels, which pushes you around and sometimes makes it easier or harder to jump depending on which way the wind goes. Again, this game had some bullshit. Even back in the day. Oop. Okay, I think the flagpole's here. No. I've been bamboozled by what seemed to be like a staircase of some sort. Guess some sprites would be super cool. Indeed, yeah. They would be. Oh, hello. Okay, now I just need to find a way to get up there. You were supposed to help me, Mr. Paratrooper. Okay. Yeah, I seem to have gone past the point of no return anyway, so... Okay, let's try this again. I think this is that one level where you need to hit the vine in order to continue onwards. Again, some bullshit. Okay, okay, okay. The problem is I also don't have a mushroom right now, so... Can I go back to the level a little and get myself another mushroom? I would not think so, but... No. Okay, okay. Well, we're at 5-1 and already we're a little stuck. Hilarious. Hilarious. I was wondering how long it was going to take. There we go. Okay, now the real question is this actually going to, set me to a point in level where I can actually, continue and reach the goal? But yeah, I'll see if I can get custom sprites. Probably of my Mario self too, although I did actually draw custom sprites of my dolphin self for a party project. You know, my usual real self. Okay, where is this? This is a warp zone. I did not want to find the warp zone, but okay then, fine. I guess we're skipping this. Talking is hard. I guess we're skipping World 5 then, okay. I kinda did not want to, but sure. Okay, let's face it though, it is a little bit of a break considering what else is still coming up. It's gonna be rough. Just like my throat if I'm going to do that with my voice. Okay, no fire flower. Well, fine then. Okay, will we find anything good in these? Aha. Okay, but how do you expect me to get up there? There's no more paratroopers. Okay, I guess we're not getting that one. That's okay, I didn't want it anyway. Okay. I'm going to be honest, this might be a bit of a hot take because everyone seems to hate underwater levels except for me because I'm a dolphin. I think the underwater sections in Lost Levels are much more manageable than the above ground level. There, I said it. Okay. I was really trying to refrain from making another bad piranha plant related fun when I saw all those together. Okay, so is it gonna be an underwater level then? Yeah. Usually seems to be the case in Remastered. If there's water at the bottom of those transitions, you usually get dumped into an underwater level. Oh. Okay, although bloopers are always going to be an annoying enemy in Mario, let's be honest here. Fuck. Okay, I gotta be more careful. Okay, but here's the exit anyway. There we go. Why? Also, to those new here, the seal next to me is my pet seal Aquo. He's been here since I think the beginning of this year. So yeah. Oh no, the beginning of last year. Sorry, my bad. Oops. Speaking of seal, I'm really going to seal my fate if I keep dying like that. Not sure how I would deal with that except to seal the deal. Okay, I'll stop. Also, yes, bad puns. I really love making bad puns. Oop. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I think this is not one of the maze levels. Let me consult the map I've got here. Okay, we need to go alongside the bottom until we reach a hammer bro, then we need to go alongside the top, and then that's 5 need to go along the bottom again, and then we're generally staying low from there on out. Okay. Okay. Okay, so bottom. Hammer bro means top. 5 after that means bottom again. Okay. There we go. Okay, from here we need to stick to the bottom. By which I mean stick to the bottom whenever there's an option of multiple paths. Although I think going across this block is fine. You need to go on the take the bottom path over there. Also, yeah, somehow they just expected you to find this out back in the day. Again, those Okay, Hammer Bros, they're cool, but they're also so annoying. But yeah, like 3-4 with those invisible blocks, it's kind of ridiculous what they expected you to just figure out. Okay. Eep. And whoop. Ah. Okay, what was that even? Like, the moment I was able to register the existence of that large fireball, it was already on my tail. Okay. I might need some more money so I can actually afford to be careful. Okay, I deserve that for that stupid joke. Okay, now we wait and then go. Okay, there we go. Move up here before the hammer bro gets a chance to throw those hammers anywhere close to me, and yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's nasty. I think you stick along the bottom here. Okay, move and there we go. I'm not sure how many of the other castles that are remaining are mazes, but I think they also made some of the regular level mazes. Also, look, we seem to be above what I'm going to be calling a cosmetic poison swamp. Not sure if it can actually hurt you, if it's just a decorative set piece. I mean, it's not there in the original, but you know, they just made the version of the game look fancier. Okay, now it's also throwing cheeps my way. Great. I hate the wind so much. It's fucking windy. I was supposed to get into the pipe, I think. Damn it, that accounted for me possibly trying to sneak my way up there. Okay. Oops. I actually didn't mean to do. Okay. There we go. I'm pretty sure we need to take this pipe in order to be able to continue. Tempting me with coins, or there's piranha plants just trying to nibble my head off. Wonderful. I knew it was going to throw something my way. Also, yeah, this game just loves to place enemies in large quantities in your way. So fun. Okay, not going to be sadistic this time? Okay. Never mind. Okay. There we go, what about to say? Just fire your shot, please, so I can make the jump. Okay. Doing good. This has been going surprisingly well, I have to say. Oh, a bonus area platform. Well, that's new. It's just one of these kind of levels. Am I supposed to enter the pipe, maybe? Okay, truth be told, I'm not sure if I had to, if I didn't have to, but I did it anyway. At least I got some more coins, which serve like no they serve like no turquoise right now because my lives are infinite anyway. But yeah. Also, a low flying lucky too. There was a second one. Also, oops. Oh, now I have to do this without a mushroom. Okay, we might be here a while. And I think this is what happens when I say things have been going suspiciously well. I gotta keep my beak shut, like, seriously. There. Okay, but there's a second one, we saw that. There, much better. Can I get a third? Actually, no, but I don't want to see it. I gotta learn to keep my beak shut already. Okay, let's face it though, that third one would have been there even if I didn't say anything. It's not like I have the uncanny ability to predict the future, especially during Mario Party, right, Vanga? I hope you heard that. I know he's here, he's right. For those not in the know, Vanga is one of my, chat mods here on Twitch, so, yeah. He's generally always here, even if he's just lurking. Oops. Okay, truth be told, I was kind of under duress because of the lucky two. Like, you can't blame me for every mistake I make. Okay, yeah, this kind of stuff is why I set my lives to infinite. Because yes, you did not have that option back in the day. And the levels were still this evil. Damn it. Okay, at least we made more progress than last life, so... In fact, I think that was the most progress thus far. Oh boy. I should have just titled this Bradford suffers through the lot levels instead of what I titled it instead. Although, let's be honest, the levels are probably better left loft. Okay. Gotta focus a little. I see, as I managed to kick a shell right into my own arsehole. Damn it. Okay, buddy. Yep. Okay. That almost went wrong again. I knew that was going to happen and jumped anyway. What's wrong with me? I mean, plenty, but don't worry about that. Okay, so my BF tends to be quite surprised by the fact I'm able to stay so calm even when it keeps going wrong. I think I'm slowly starting to become surprised myself. Although I suppose not raging at a difficult video game is a nice skill to have. Oh, did I mention Super Mario Bros. Remastered as a level editor? Yeah, I would be surprised if there's some people that create like very sadistically difficult levels with it. Probably not to this degree, but you know. Okay. How did that touch me? I ducked. It's admirable. I get very frustrated with a game like this. Well, thanks. I appreciate it at least. I mean, then there's the kind of people that get so angry they actually damage their own property. I'm like, dude, that's such a waste of like a good mouse or a good keyboard. Why would you do that? But yeah, lost levels, very frustratingly difficult, and that's also a reason why it's not very popular. Also, look at me, I finally made it. Wahey! Again, you had to do this with limited lives in the original. Also, look, wind combined with the super springboard. Yay. I'd say I ship it, but no, this is absolutely the worst couple ever. You need to send the springs and the winds to couples therapy. Okay, I reached a checkpoint, so that's good. Apparently I needed that too. Whee! I'm not sure how I nailed that, but I did. And what was that ending? How did I do that? Now, if I managed to put all the skill in the previous level, we would have been there for so long. Whatever. It is what it is. Whee! Okay, how do you want me to... I have no words. Okay, so I guess the game does do that. Okay. I completely forgot. I'm just going to hit the block right away to get it out of the way. Also, not going to pick up that mushroom, because if I know this game, and by now I think I'm pretty confident I do, it's probably a trap. It's going to make several jumps throughout the whole level way more difficult. Yeah. Okay. And then the game makes you slow down, and on top of that, you still have the time limit to contend with. Okay, where does this fire go? Can I duck here and be safe? Yes, I can. Good. Okay, goody. What, no fireballs shooting up? Okay. Stupid. Okay, at least we know how to deal with this level, so... Honestly, compared to 7-2, this level had been quite manageable. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try and see what happens if I do grab the mushroom. I have infinite lives anyway, might as well experiment. Okay. Wait for a good moment and go. Yeah, it makes this a bit trickier. But it's still doable. Although it's probably best not to drop down that gap down there, because you won't be able to run through that. So yeah. Wow, this level was actually pretty doable with a mushroom. I thought there wouldn't be mushroom to work with, but okay then. Okay, it's fine, I was able to take a hit anyway. Okay. Time for World 8, which, in an interesting turn of events, is not the final world this time around. Although I do wonder, normally you skip World 9 if you take a warp zone, because it doesn't let you play through that. What I'm wondering is, because this is remastered, will it still let me do World 9 as it would normally, or... Thanks, game, for the jump scare. Also, yay, the wind is back. Oh, we have Heaven Bros that instantly start off chasing you down. Okay then. Great. Oop. Also, yes, I do start making some weird noises whenever I'm panicking. Don't worry, this is normal. Don't manage to get through all that in the level 5 though, so... Ah, right, 8-2. This is where the game gets a little mean in regards to how you reach the exit. Because unless you discover a secret hidden vine somewhere, you won't even reach the exit. So, yeah. In fact, is that brick block literally above the Koopa paratrooper. There we go. You just get looped around if you go to the right. Yeah, this is one of the levels I did do some research for beforehand. Because, like I said, this game tends to be very evil burger. Okay, we're in the clouds now. It seems Bowser's built his final quote-unquote castle in the clouds. Lucky to could you naff off, please? Oop. Yeah. That was on me. I panicked and I didn't go all the way. I started moving a bit left and basically hitting the brake on my jump. Okay. We've seen how I got past this first. You just gotta commit and hit the... Like that, but actually, you know, succeeding. Okay, so this level just has you... It doesn't like you to scare you, and you kind of have to commit. Okay. Move. Okay, there's a checkpoint. I don't think this level normally has one, so... Yeah. Okay, Lucky 2 is gone at least, because I reached the checkpoint. Unless the game accounted for that. I don't think it has, so that's good for me. Okay, there we go. 8-4 time. Oh. Now, I think this is a pipe maze just like it is in the original Super Mario Bros. I think we need to go down this one first. Yep, sure enough, I was right. And just like in the original Super Mario Bros., there's an underwater section in this castle. Okay. Give me a mushroom because I would appreciate the extra hits I can take. Never mind. Well, at least there's a checkpoint there, so if everything goes tits up, I can at least, you know, grab another mushroom. Eep. What? Do we go down this pipe then? No. I don't think so. In fact, we've been here already. I think we're just going to go in circles if I, yeah. Eep. Okay, okay, that technically counted as on top of the pipe, so it didn't, you know. Do I go down this one then? No, I can't go down this one, okay. Oh, I think I might need to go alongside the top. Okay, could you move to the right, please? Thank you. No? Huh. Okay, maybe I do need to go alongside the bottom and my ass was just not paying attention. Okay, okay. Fair game, fair. Yeah, this does seem to be the most... Yeah, it also seems to be the most difficult part, so yeah. I was in a rush and I panicked, and then that happened. You know, as you do. Okay, at least I got the mushroom now. I'm uncertain as to how helpful it's going to be in this level. Or the fire flower, but at least fire flower gives me... Okay, so here's the deal with fire flowers, right? In the original game, even if you got hit with a fire flower, it just turns small immediately. This remaster gives you the option for that to not be the case. So I basically get 2 hits. See? I was big. But also I fell in the lava end. It doesn't matter how powered up you are, if you fall into a pit or into lava, you'll just die. Oops. Okay, gotta say this small Yoshi looks really cute too. Although so does the big one. Thanks, game. I really appreciate that. So here's the thing, I don't get super angry, you know, angry while playing games, but I do get very snarky if it keeps going wrong. Also, yeah, there's a weird fake blue Bowser over there. So the manual for the original game gets a little snarky about this, at first claiming that's Bowser's brother, before then following it up by saying, nah, it's ridiculous to think that's the truth. So, yeah. It's a closet. I wonder if someone's going to come out of it. Or maybe it's a door, that's also possible. So we've saved Peach, but we're not done. 1,000 points added for each life left. Honey, I had infinite lives. Okay, can we go past this screen, please, or... Oh right, the toads have to show up and celebrate. My mistake. Okay, but like I said, we're not done quite yet. There's more. As you can see, there's 5 more worlds. Okay, so, World 9. The interesting thing about World 9 is the original, it was all underwater levels except for 9-3. Though it looks really weird. Now what this game did instead... So just to show you, it sends you into space instead, complete with a unique low gravity mechanic. This is exclusive to this remastered version, so yeah. And the music is also original. It's really cool. Oh, and it gets even crazier, which you'll see later on. Okay, I want us to start from here again. Oh well. So, yeah. One of the later levels in this world, I think it's 9-2 in fact, throws something really interesting at you. Which is also unique to this remastered version. And I can't wait to get that because it's honestly really cool. Whee! Oops. In trying to avoid the hammer bro, I managed to slam myself into a blooper. Great. Don't you love it when the aquatic life decides to go and visit the land and just swim through the air? Wait, hang on, I'm normally a dolphin that lives on land and has legs, so okay, never mind. That was incredibly rude of me given the circumstances. Eep. Whee! Okay, you can stop tossing that. Right. Low gravity also applies to paratroopers. My bad, I should have known. Also, no checkpoints for the entirety of that thing. Sheesh. Oh, and that's with extra checkpoints turned on, by the way, because I did turn that on to give me a slightly easier time. Whoop. Okay. Oop. Okay. Gotta remember the personal rule I set for myself. Go across the top and that little bit. Okay, whatever happens, I can at least say I made it through World 8, so yeah. Like, it would be nice to beat World B, but, you know, I'm not gonna count on it. I'm gonna count on me finishing it during this stream. Oh, and the U versus Boo levels they made for the Lost Levels portion of this game for this. Oh, they are brutal. Okay, anyway, we made it. Why? Okay. Next level should be the one that does something incredibly cool. Is it? Oh, it is. So whenever there's a background like this, you walk on the ceiling instead. Look at me. Why? Now wouldn't it also be cool if whenever you jumped you would switch between the floor and the ceiling? No, kinda like this. In fact, I think they made an entire game about that. Okay, who am I kidding? It's a VVVVVV I'm referencing. With 6 V's. Okay, can you get out of my way, Lucky 2, please? Okay, this feels safer. Also, I do love how I always have this tendency to just politely ask enemies to not attack me. I'm too friendly for video games, I think. Okay, I think we made it. Man, this level gave me way less trouble than the previous one. I mean, I'll take it, but, you know... Then again, World 9 is kinda the calm before the storm. So, yeah. Okay, so what's the deal with 9-3 again? Hello? Where will you take me then? Okay, I mean, okay, sure. To the clouds, that's pretty usual, but... You know. Okay, yeah, this is still incredibly bizarre. Okay. Whee! Okay then. Lava on the moon, really? I thought the moon was known for being icy. Then again, we're just in space. It's probably not necessarily the moon. Hi, Bowser. Okay, okay. One more level and then we're on to the next world. Although interestingly we did see Bowser here, so... Okay, so all sorts of enemies my way, okay. Thank you. Exclamation mark. You're welcome. Okay, so in the original game, that's spelled in Japanese instead. But yeah, this remaster has the text in English. Okay, World A, and we're in an Autumn Force now. A completely unique theme to this game, including the music. Yeah, this looks nice for the falling leaves and shit. Okay, maybe I should not be meticulously checking every single brick to see what I'll find. Okay, so earlier I know awkward time to get back to this, but earlier I did mention the entire thing about there being backwards warp zones. Which obviously is the game playing a little bit of a joke on you, because there is a hole where you can drop into and lose a life, so you don't have to go back. But a lot of people just really took offense with that for some reason. Despite the fact you can literally, you know, make yourself lose a life to not have to go back. Although, to be fair, you do still have to lose a life, but, you know. I guess it could have been worse, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's a poison mushroom, don't need that. In fact, I don't even want it. I also just realized once I'm done with Super Mario Bros. Remastered, I gotta play Super Mario Bros. 2, which I have very little experience with. So that'll be fun for all of us. Okay. Are we going underground or underwater? I think underground. Yeah, I should have known because there was no water down there. I don't really need the one-up mushroom, but you know. I decided it's nice to have. Come here. Eee. Where does the game want me to go? Okay. Sure, it's a good thing underground levels love to just let you go alongside the top. Although I kinda don't want to hit the warp zone, so... Yeah. I'm not even sure if there are any warp zones beyond this point, so... Yeah. Okay. That's A-2 done. A-3 time. Okay, so what's it going to be? Cheap Cheeps and Wind. Great. Also, bloopers flying through the air again. Or swimming through the air, rather. Whee! Oh, this level wasn't very long. Well, I'll take it. We do love having an easier time with levels, don't we? Especially in a difficult game like Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Okay. The real question is how ridiculous are the castles going to be going forwards, because those tend to be the worst bits. Not always, but... I mean, I would say Outside of the original game and this one, castle levels are usually not too bad. Although they do get harder as you progress, but you know, what doesn't? Okay, move along, please. Thank you. Oop. Ah, mistakes are made. Upside down cannons? What? Yeah. But okay, that's evil. Just put a small wall over there. Why don't you? There. I'm not even sure how useful having a mushroom is in this level, but... mostly because of stuff like this. Okay, at least, if necessary, I can damage boost past this bit. Okay, yeah. Well, a win's a win. I'll take it. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen a toad that's actually red like the default. Yeah. There. We needed that sip of water. How is this castle being supported on top of these pipes? Tell me that. Then again, it's Mario. Mario does have a tendency to be ridiculous. That could have gone so wrong, but I'm so glad it did not. Hehe. Okay. Anything good inside of you? Ah. Oh, mushroom. I'll gladly take that. Especially in the late game when they generally tend to be much more stingy with the power-ups. Okay, what's up here then? I love how chubby Yoshi looks when he climbs up those vines. With those tiny little arms of his. Or thin little arms, I should say. Well... Whee! I almost feel bad for the Goomba. Almost. Like, just because I perfectly landed on the on top of his head when I fell down from the sky. Man, imagine that, you're just going about your business and suddenly the hero of the story decides to land on your head. Although, let's be honest, the booklet makes it terribly clear that all the enemies in this game are very evil. In fact, in the 3D games, they even have a tendency to charge at you, so yeah. In fact, I think specifically in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Goombas also have a tendency to just really give you a glare the moment you approach, and then start panicking the moment you're about to jump on top of them. I'm just going to let you pass, Mr. Cheap Cheap. Oh dear. Okay, I'm fine. I know World B is incredibly frustrating. I should know because I have played through it before and yeah, not fun. Why does... I'm not even going to question it, actually. There's just a piece of coral that has a firebar sticking out of it for some reason. You know, the usual. Apparently fire and water can mix very well. Take that, electricity. Where am I even going with this? Well... anyway. I don't even want to know. Well, I do want to know what's going to be thrown at me here, but at the same time, also not really because I'm scared. Oh well. And boink. Okay, this should be the center, and sure enough it is. Okay, drop down here. Boink. Yeah, I'm pretty good at handling those super springboards at least. Which everyone thinks is one of the most annoying things about a lot of levels, so... kudos to me, I suppose. Then again, I've been playing Mario all my life, and I'm turning 31 next month, so imagine that. Which I still have yet to see if I'll be able to do my plan for July that I've planned. So that's kind of redundant, but okay. Because I plan to have a Mario Party stream every Saturday. Ideally with different people each time. But I'll have to see if that's actually, manageable. Wait, is this another one of these... where it's going to send me back eventually? If I take the wrong path? Is there a wrong path here? I can't help but notice that this level has been looping so far. Oh, never mind. It literally was just looping for no reason. Oh, well, that's an easy browser, interestingly. Well, I'll take it. Well, 2 more worlds to go, and then we'll see how well I'll be doing at the U versus the Boo levels. Also, we're just in the clouds now. Like, for a whole world. I think all of these worlds were all just mostly ground levels in the original. I mean, that's most of the levels in the original anyway, so... like, let's be real here. There were like only 4 different level themes in the original game. And those were above ground, underground, underwater, and castle. Oh! Yay, the wind is back. Yay, said sarcastically, of course. You know, for someone like me who can be incredibly sarcastic, I mean, and snarky, I am pretty bad at showing sarcasm sometimes. Something a dolphin's vocal inflection. Wee. Okay. That was too close. Great. Is this the... yeah, it is. Okay. 7 more levels to go. Okay. What will we be dealing with here then? Like, likely more ridiculousness, but that's just par for the course of lost levels. Ah, super springboards, of course. Whee! I'm not even sure the mic picked it up, but... my mic has a tendency not to pick up the weirder noises I make. Which is such a shame. Also, I wish I had 1 more coin. Ha. Oh great, super springboards and wind are being combined again. What do we say about this couple? Okay. Okay, I'm going to very carefully scroll it like here. Was too close. Bitch. Okay, yeah. Lucky Troops are considered the worst enemies in these games for a reason. Like, it doesn't matter which Mario game you're playing, they generally tend to be annoying. I scrolled the screen along too far. I hate this, 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 I hate this. That's a checkpoint. Okay, Lucky Two's gone. I'm so glad it's gone. Okay, that was a quick landing. Yeesh. Okay, I think we've had the worst part of this level. Oh, I was about to say already, but... Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, I'll need to have a think about what I'll be streaming on Saturday. And yes, Siren, I'll be back to being my usual dolphin self on Saturday, because as I said, it's only for Mario games, this disguise of mine. Oh, and for visiting places on Earth, that's also... that's also what I use it for. Anyway, 5 more levels to go. 2 of them being castles. Eep. Drop down here. Hang on, this feels familiar. I didn't think the last level could reuse some of the levels and made them harder, like it does in the original, but... Okay, okay. Apparently it does, because... Very clearly, this seems to be one of the previous castles we did. So, yeah. In fact, down there's that hole I told you not to drop into if you have a mushroom. I'm going to be honest though, so far this level seem to be almost completely identical. It's a bit more difficult to avoid with fireball, it seems. How am I even going to avoid this one? I guess I'll just have to take the hit. Not sure how necessary it is to take the hit back there, but yeah. There. Alright, alright. 12 down, 1 to go. Apparently we are beating this stream. Okay then. And there's also a unique volcano theme for it. Which, you know, later Mario games have a tendency to end the game on. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, I gotta do that jump at the start just right to take care of both of those hammer bros. Yes, sometimes I feel like I'll be able to manage my jump better if I hold my breath and make a weird noise while jumping. Funny how that works. Okay, okay, I guess I'm just not going to have those. Sheesh. Thanks game, I really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh great, wind. It's literally throwing everything except for the kitchen sink my way now, huh? Although who knows, maybe there's a kitchen sink somewhere here and I have not found it yet. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, these are the kinds of weird questions I ask myself. Eep. Huh? Okay, okay, okay. So far so good. I should keep my mouth shut or things are going to go wrong again. like that. I could have totally jumped over both of those. Why did I do that? That's okay. I make stupid decisions on the daily if I have to believe certain people, so... Okay, okay. Oh, nice. I just took care of the... Oh! This game is scaring me. Boink. Oh, I'm having so much fun, can you tell? Okay, 2 more levels to go. I'm not sure what to expect from these because it's been a while. Yes, I have beaten the last levels before, but it was specifically this version of it, which is easier than the original. Oops. Then again, you're right to get annoyed at Hammer Bros because, you know. Oh, there's a mushroom here, okay. It sure is nice that mushrooms are lovely, magical, powerful items in Mario, because I still think they taste terrible. Okay, just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. There we go. One more level, and then we're done. I don't remember what the last level was in store for me. Oh dear. Then again, I've been doing fairly well, all things considered. So who knows? I might just be fine. Oop. Do I enter one of these pipes, or is it like going to be one of these maze castles again? Well, there's a pipe here. Can't go anywhere but inside the pipe now. Mean. Mean and ugly. Okay, so pipe all the way at the end. Okay. Very uncharacteristic of this game to just let me take the pipe at the end instead of one of the other ones that are en route, but I'll take it. Wait, I could jump on this, right? Yeah. Okay, winds died down. Now, why does this also be the incorrect pipe? The game would probably totally pull something like that. There's the fake Bowser again. Those were 3 bloopers. Way too many. Go back to the water, please. Where I usually expect you to be in a Mario game. Oh my gosh, I was literally mere pixels away from beating this game. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, we kinda know what to do now, at least, so... That's the good news. The bad news is we still need to actually, you know, do it. And I am pretty sure that fake blue-colored Bowser is hiding some mushrooms or something inside of those blocks, but I'm not about to find out. Because I'm not taking a risk. I waited for the blooper last time, why didn't I this time? Okay, I should not get impatient. Because if I am, then I'm going to make mistakes all the time. Oop. Okay, okay. Down you go, and in we go. Okay, at least I figured out an easy way to get rid of the hammer bro. Okay, and run and jump. I'm not sure if there's anything above that ledge over there, but I also kind of don't want to find out just in case it's going to send me somewhere weird. Okay, I took a risk anyway. Aha! Okay, okay. And this is why they troll you with mushrooms in the castles in this game. Stuff like that will happen. And there we go! Oh, hey! Okay, we did it. Okay. We made it. I'm pretty sure this was written to rhyme with Mario and not Yoshi, but you know. Why can't Yoshi save the day? He rarely even gets to do so, so yeah. Yep, yay! Okay, so now it's sending me back here, and... Okay, let's see how we'll be doing at the U versus Boo level, because from what I remember, these are very evil. In fact, I haven't even made it past the 1-2 here. I'm just going to do the easiest ones. I'm scared. Because for what I recall, these throw some really nasty tricks at you. These blocks, for example, you can't stand on them, they'll just flip over if you try. I think the level editor even calls them troll block. So yeah. And you cannot pass through them from below either, so... Yeah. Ah. Damn it. They made some levels for you versus Boo unique to this remastered version, and they can be the stuff of nightmares. Okay. Let's go above. I feel safer going above. Okay, don't try to stand on them, you'll just fall. There we go. Okay, that's one. But I've not made it past 1-2 in this mode. Okay, so what's going to happen here again? Alright. Wait, excuse me, game? Care to explain that? Oh, stupid. Okay. I think I figured it... Oh, I froze. I think I figured it out a bit. There we go. Yeah, this is the stupid shit that gets thrown your way in you versus Boo in the lost levels. I'll go along the top. For no particular reason other than it makes me feel better. Oh, where's Boo? As in how far back is he? He's not too far back, he's not too far back. Oops. And this is why it's better for me not to panic. Oh, why did I do that? Look, the pressure of the fact you have to race a Boo to the finish line really adds to, you know, everything else. And then I just jump over it, because of course I do. I choked there. Another one attempt went so well too. I'm sad. Eh. Okay. So far so good. Oops. Okay. In my attempt to try and take an interesting, hopefully better route, I actually ended up messing it up completely, because of course. Bullshit. Okay. I might just not be in the right headspace for this, considering the kind of mistakes I'm making now. Oops. Rude. Okay. It's too high. The silver lining is Boo also have to slow down to, you know, be beatable. With that in mind, maybe some of those stupid mistakes I've been making are completely unnecessary. Okay. Okay, just wait. And there. Sure, I did that, but I did. Okay, furthest we've made it, I think. That was so damn close. Holy shit! If I was literally a split second later, I would have just completely failed that one. Okay, 1-3 at last. Yay! Indeed. Okay, I'm not actually sure when you sent that yay message, because I've been so locked in on that previous level, I might have missed you sending it earlier. Okay. I'm just going to switch it over to blue now. Okay, refresh that. Well, that level was way easier compared to the previous one, sheesh. Okay, 1-4. Honestly, once I'm done with these U versus Blue levels, I'm probably going to call it a stream. Well, either that or the usual 2-hour mark. Okay. Huh. How am I supposed to... What? I don't even... Not sure why I decided to take this path, but I did anyway. Oop. Okay. I can just go along the bottom. Why am I... There, much better. So much easier if you actually remember you can run across a one block wide gaps if you, you know, if you're running at a high enough speed. Like that. Am I even able to make this? I am, but oops. Okay. Okay, that was a little scary. Yeah. Much better. Okay, but what do I expect from the last 4 levels of this? Also, I actually unlocked the gold boo for that one. I just noticed. Oh, it's fans. I'm just not sure if they are my biggest ones. Look at me making an incredibly lame fan-related joke in 2026. Oops. And again, making lame jokes like that is just it's just par for the course with me. So yeah. Okay, I gotta be a bit more careful. Only a bit. Thanks, Boo. I really appreciate it. You know Boo switches the blocks when you hear him laughing and when the warning at the bottom right shows up. So yeah. Okay, why didn't it jump just then? That was not a very nice game. Yeah, I almost completely messed that one up. I could have gone along the top. What am I doing? And I panicked. Yay. I gotta remember, if I'm fast enough, I can just go alongside the top in certain places. I don't know why I decided to set the blue, I just did. Okay. Yeah. That was going well until it didn't. Well, I got about 20 minutes left, so what is going to happen? Am I going to finish these before then? Or are the 20 minutes going to be up? You'll just have to see. Whee! Okay. Okay. That's what happens when I only see a bit of a level once. I don't remember what's there, and I start making mistakes. And the time pressure from Boo being here is not helping either. Okay. Okay, what was that? Oh, I know what it was. That was a stupid wind. It's way too fucking windy. That's the problem. Point. I took a massive shortcut and I'm quite happy with that. Oh, so it is possible, okay. There we go. And that's a nice little reveal that I was actually incredibly close to the end of the level just then. Also, I managed to get a girl Boo. Sheesh. Okay. So what's happening this time? I'm scared. Ah. Okay. There's probably a mushroom in that block, but okay. The good thing about the timer blocks being in use here is the fact Boo cannot switch the block, so that's a massive plus. Okay, how did that not hit me? Yep. I also gotta remember not to land on the troll block. Also, it turns out having a mushroom might be more detrimental than it'll be good. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to skip the mushroom actually. And then stuff like that happens, because of course they do. Oh, I should do love ridiculous levels like this. Okay. Excuse me. Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess I'll just go across the top. Okay. Oh, now I gotta wait. I'm not sure the blue block is the best way to... oh, it didn't matter. Okay. Well, 2 more to go. Who knows, maybe I might be able to do this as well in 15 more minutes. We'll just have to see. Oh, we're in the clouds now. And seems we're dealing with large formations of blocks that can just be switched by Boo. As well as other ridiculous stuff. Okay. Oh, the wind's back. Okay. Did I just do the one in one attempt? Because I think I did. I mean, I'll take it, but you know. Okay, 1 more to go. Oh, it's an underwater castle. Oh, crikey, this looks so fun. Not. Man, that's rough. Okay, okay. No, you do not get to push me into the spikes. Not today, game. That flybar going a different direction from usual? Because I think normally it always goes clockwise. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is kind of scary. Hi, Bowser. Bye, Bowser. He did it! Why? I'm never doing that again. Okay, okay. Oh, would you look at that? I actually got them cheaper for that. Nifty. Nifty. Anyway. So what's next for this game then? Well, there's still the all-night Nippon portion, which I'll be telling you guys all about when I get to that next week. Like what the whole deal of that is. But like I said, that's next week. So yeah. That is going to be doing it for today. So on Saturday I'll be back with something. I'll just have to see. And on Thursday, well, I did tease what I was going to be playing on Tuesday next week, which you know, my only tease I had given was 3, the number 3, and of course we'll be back with this game one more time next week on Thursday. Anyway, let's do a raid because I was told by one of my friends to do a raid once I finish these. So yeah. Okay, let's see. If I open a raid browser in OBS, is it going to work? It is, okay. Well, uh, gotta catch your Steam. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it here as well. So, yeah. Um, okay, let's see. Is anyone else of my friends live? Can I see that too? Or do I really have to check that through the browser? Okay, let me check that through the browser, actually. Yeah. Okay. I was recommended by this friend to do this via the browser. Just bear with me for a moment. I do not raid very often. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. There we go. Is any of my friends live at the moment? Hmm. I don't think so. It did show me last time that you know what? I'm just going to pick a random channel, anyone I can find. Hmm. Okay, should be English. Let's see if someone else happens to be seeing the original Super Mario Bros. Exactly one person, and they don't have a lot of viewers themselves. So you know what? Okay, I'm going to sending you guys off to this person over here. Let me do a little look-see. Okay, this looks pretty fine. Okay, so I'll be seeing you guys on Saturday as usual and the other days. So yeah, so get out of my house and I'll see you all next time. Well, I send you guys over to someone else.